What is your answer? Let me help. It's serious. How the government use the
subsequently.
uh, public fund money raising, and how they keep it by secrecy and security, and they keep the public in the dark. How?
Subsequently.
So this is means however to keep something in the dark is to keep
Oh, okay.
there is no subsequent, there is no sequence actions or organization of ideas. There is no cause and effect. How? You feel that? So letter A.
Yes.
Number 5. Let me have you. Always look at the answers to prove. When you find the consequential check, is it cause and effect? Yes, he said this. What this? The idea.
The economy
That yes. The current was dominated by large. And what happened? This led to a rise. It's called
powerful
a
leverage.
so because dominance in economy, just that. So it could be one. This could be logical. Nevertheless, there is no contrast. Meanwhile, as you know, some two things happen at the same time. But where? Do you find it? So let it be proved or evident. Number says.
However,
However, my friend, sure,
Mr. I feel like it's more of
you feel it's moreover.
yes.
Why you didn't check cause and effect? The problem is to memorize the word's meaning and uses. Here for this one, cause and effect. Check is before the cause.
Mm-hmm.
طب let me help you. The US
okay.
government began to worry. So, because of this worry, the US responded by launching a crash program to develop its own. They worried the Soviet Union was developing a nuclear missile. So, because of that, they developed. And this happened these days. Because I'm worried about the MSAT test, I studied day and night. That is why.
Yeah.
So, memorize the words. Perfect. A and D contrasted. There is no contrast. So that means if you found the two words the same meaning, great. Now prove B or C. But perhaps this word could be new for you. Number 7.
Moreover.
Over, that is correct. You take a lot of time, but it's okay. Contrast, cause and effect. Memorize there. There means therefore. See, it means there are consequences because of something before happened. Imagine it. Cause and effect. But here it's more overcorrect. This is great. And then the pronouns reference can help you. So if you found the pronoun, try to understand what does it refer to help. Right?
Eventually.
No change. Let me help you for eventually. It means events after events finally.
Yes.
So do you have steps? Yes. So that is correct. Number 9.
However.
And now fast man correct. Excellent.
In 2017, former Mississippi governor felt ranked and allowed. Therefore,
So cause and effect. But no. Or it could be yes. Or consequently, as a consequence, as a result. So letter D is the best, yes. So they want to protect it from removal. So what
Yes.
happened because of that? We tested the law. Feel it? That such a symbol served to glorify a shameful period in US history should be taken down.
Yes.
Yes. Number 11.
Mister, I think it's however.
However, my friend, sure. But how however?
Mister, is it sus?
Thus, cause and effect
No, you're
present
wrong.
at the same time, right now.
No.
Indeed, we add evidence to support or to prove something before. Focus on the idea before. The Senator Curtis opposed the expansion of presidential powers. Yes or no? Opposed.
Yes.
Look for the next. What did he do? Curtis was explicit in his belief that the president should not possess more power. He just like prove it. This means in no contrast. Thus, not cause and effect. Not because of he opposed, he did that. No, we support it. Give me evidence. Did he believe or not? And the expression was expressed in his belief to prove it. It was should not possess. So it is correct. Right? So again, let me help.
Uh,
Always try to summarize the main point before. Local officials are leading the charge to reduce the carbon. The following one, he gives you evidence. There is a shift away from carbon-based energy. You see? And that can provide renewable energy with minimal environment. So this means, in fact, we have fact to prove that they did it intentionally. They wanted to reduce. So not because they wanted to reduce, there's a shift away. So it's evidence to prove it. So it's letter C. Can you imagine? So this is not a reason for that. So letter C correct. Of course, there is no contrast. Number 13.
So I think it's in theory.
So you think it's letter C or B
No,
or
no, B.
B? And do you know what it means in theory? Does he explain the same idea in theory? No, it's a contrast. Look, initially viewed robotics futuristic lofty goal. So go for the next.
Okay.
So they found it to be complete complex task. It's contrast. They found it harder to do it. Feel it? So that's why. So now here we found for letter C nonetheless. Of course, any effect means cause and effect. As you said, in effect. Try next.
However,
So you see a contrast relation, but I don't
yes.
think so. But what is it? Oh, try to check, for instance, is that is an example to prove a specific illustration?
No.
But how? Let's see something together. SEC enforces law which are designed to promote fairness and protect investors from fraud. The following information, he gives you information how can they protect and promote. How? They ask you publicly traded companies to disclose the financial information to potential investors. Why? For fairness, to protect investors from fraud. Please hide, disclose the financial information so that the consequence, these investors can make informed decisions about their investments. You found it? So this is
Yes.
proof. So for instance, or for example, or indeed, or in fact, is to give evidence to prove something before. Ultimately, it's finally. So after steps or repeated actions happen. So it does not. Feel it? And the intern, as you know, cause and effect. So after that in turn. So that's why, Madi. Yes, that's why companies keep secrets. Yeah, we have to now.
Is it nevertheless?
So yeah, it's yes. So as you know, look, no oil was ever extracted, and how you encourage that. So that means redesignating much of okay. Okay, my dear friend, I will collect some questions and send it to you, inshallah, about this
Inshallah.
issue. I will send the big file, but try to read it to give you more ideas and examples. And now we need to talk about another point issue in the test and in writing. Remember, we learn everything for reading and writing. When you write, when you write any writing in the world, especially your test, you must use the organization like that. If you write sentence, you must tell the reader about what is the relation between this one and the other one. Don't write in a, in a run-on sentences. Sentence full stop, sentence full stop. This is boring. Should tell me the reasons. For example, I am sick, full stop. I will go to the hospital, full stop. This is wrong. Why? Because perhaps I'm going to the hospital to do something else, not because I'm sick. But if you say, because I'm sick, I'm going to the clinic right now. So you give me right now, it's a serious action. And because to connect the reason with the cause and effect. So use transition words like that. If you don't, you will lose at least 25% of your mark. So we'll discuss, inshallah, some later points about that.
Inshallah.
Feel it? Now we have a chapter for writing and reading, and we'll find, inshallah, in your multiple choice questions and in writing. In writing, we need to avoid the non-standard language. We always use the formal in your writing. In your writing, will not ask you for informal. It's different from the British system. So when you write down, we need to avoid. Don't write these words, for example, because some words. So keep it formal. Don't use two words. It can be one word like that. So use all formal. So any writing, don't use these words. So it's about that. So when you write down, you need to be careful about the usage of some words. The usage of some words. What does that mean? It means sometimes you are under stress, so you don't be careful about the spelling, like accept or accept. So be careful. This is verb, this preposition, to feel. So this is a simple word, as you know. This is called the confusing word. In informal language, we use ain't like that, but we need to avoid because it's not. It's non-standard. Look here, for example, this example, all the farther, all the faster expressions, and we will test you for it, by the way, for the chapter of idioms, all the faster or all the farther. So be careful about the meaning of them. So inshallah, I will send you this file to read it. Be careful.
طبعا.
I'm, I'm sure you will find something like that. If you are going to read points like that and etc., so you can use it, no problem, to say and so on. Because when you are writing, you give the readers examples. And of course, when I write, I must use examples. Any idea without examples, it's unclear, it's wrong. So you said
Yes.
we, if you said we need to protect and encourage the investors in the Middle East countries, give me examples. So when you give examples or list, you must use and etc. at the end. You can write it like that in Latin word, or use it like that, or use and so on and so forth and the like as you like. But be careful when you read and when you write. And of course, at the end without end, because already it means end. Remember, don't write and etc. comma etc. So if you'd like to use it, so it's just like some simple points. Of course, I will send you inshallah today file of confusing words. But don't worry, inshallah, this maker will make it easy. So for past and this is right. So we avoid all of these words in writing and reading. For example, that look, besides my aunts and uncles. If you said beside here it's a preposition. So perhaps when you write quickly, you forget as we will not forgive you. That means in your writing, you should review and revise your writing. Because I will send you essays with answers and essays to write down by hand, Yusuf, to send me.
Okay.
That's a good job. And here I will send it so you have a question and answers. You can read it very quickly. And of course, you have a lot of words. Sometimes like that, could of. It's accepted in non-standard language, but we don't use of. Use have if you are talking about the past. So simple words, but it's used here again for the prepositions. So inshallah, I will send it to you to memorize a lot. Clear?
Clear.
Of course, I will send you something else before you get angry.
No problem.
Yes. Of course, so later or maybe tomorrow, inshallah, we'll revise the bank equation. But I like you to read it because when we discuss, I like you to prepare it. And it's something very simple. What is it?
Yeah. طبعا.
Yeah, to use full stop, it must be complete sentence. Complete sentence means there is subject, there is verb, there is complete meaning. Right. Where is the subject here? Who won? One verb. Who won? Nancy.
Nancy.
One what? The tournament. So this we have subject and we have object to complete the meaning. So I can use full stop. So when I write, I should use complete sentence. If you want to use full stop. And you know in American we call it phrase. It's okay. Here again. Laura wondered. Wondered what? Who had already gone? So this is
already gone.
object for the verb. So I'm not asking you a question to give question mark. So the clause used as object, no problem. But subject to who and then had verb and then clause. So tomorrow, inshallah, we'll discuss some points about it's a sentence or fragment because fragment means a part of sentence, not a sentence, to avoid punctuation. So I'd like you to read it as much as you can until we discuss it tomorrow in a different way. So of
Yes.
course, when you write down, sometimes you need to use direct contact to the reader. Remember, you are a writer. When you write, you are the writer, and I am the reader. So use different techniques in your write. Use complete sentence like command. But tell me, is it command or exclamatory or exclamation or what's it? So different styles of writing. So use full stop if it's a command as like here is strong command. As you know, very simple ones. And for abbreviations, personal names in writing, all of these. And I will send it to you inshallah. And tomorrow we'll study everything about come. If you found time, you can read it. Give my dear friend. Is that okay?
Okay, Mr.
Right. Now, let's have 5 minutes to answer some questions to finish to 20, and then we'll go home. Let's go.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, my friend,
yes.
remember, meanwhile, I sent you notes about it. It has two different meanings. Opposite ideas, comparison between two things, or you're talking about two action happen at the same time. Like we are studying now. Meanwhile, my father is in the office working for programming. You see two actions.
Or
But here there is no. Why you didn't check the adverb significantly? And significantly logically signal that tell us that information in the sentence is important and relevant to the previous sentence. Imagine. Let's see. He said he wanted to encourage revolutionary zeal. Zeal, as you know, love to do something. Look for the after. Geometric style eliminated what were to be fundamental elements of the modern experience. So that means you want to prove it. So you didn't, there is no contrast, there is no comparison. It's not additional. Additional point, it means it's a different point, but related to the main idea. There is no here. But significance is very important too. You can mention as like an evidence, like that. You feel that? So imagine
yeah,
significance means importantly as an evidence to emphasize the previous point. That's why. Let's check. Especially when he said he wants to create designs. Look for the next as evidence in his design. This means proof. This is significantly importantly or in fact. Number 17. If you answer it correct, you will go home for fun.
inshallah. So therefore,
Therefore, letter B. But no. What is the cause and effect? My friend Yusuf, B means C. Simple difference, but I will send it to you. And here there is no sequence. What is first, second, any steps language? There is no. Where is the contrast?
No contrast.
Look, hunting and habitat loss put
اه
the birds on the endangered. So conservation efforts such as have helped keep the wild grizzly bear population from wildling further. That's what they want to keep them, as to protect it. But how they want to protect it and how they put it in the endangered list. Do you imagine? Yeah, that's why. So letter D, it's correct. We have a deal. If you answer it correct, come on, jump. Because you're a good friend, I will collect the questions and send it to you with answers, but try to finish what I will send. Okay, my dear.
اوكي.